Alright, it's been a while, but trying to get back into the swing of things. Life's been kind of busy. I know I say that a lot, but you know how it is. Anyways, I thought since I'm going to start doing videos again, I would go back to what I guess I'm known for, at least on this channel, is isopod care videos, since there aren't a lot of, you know, individualized isopod care videos. Um, But this is going to be Armadillidium peraccae, I guess is how you would say it. I'm not sure, I'm not an expert. Um, but I'll show you them. I've grown quite fond of them. I actually have two cultures, and this is um, a smaller culture that I started. I just made kind of an offshoot culture just because they were doing so good. They have a real prehistoric kind of look to them. They're actually quite textured. If I had my macro lens, I would show you a little bit closer. But they're very unique looking. They've got that skirt that a lot of Armadillidium don't have. They're more of a tannish color when they're babies, and they turn into kind of a slatey, almost bluey, purpley color in the right light. It doesn't show up very well on camera. Um, but yeah, quite prolific. Their setup is this is just a standard, I don't know, 30 quart tub or something like that. It's like a foot long by 8 inches wide, and then like 4 or 5 inches deep. I'm gonna add more soil into this just because I like to have it as uh, a moisture buffer. That way it doesn't dry out too quickly. I have to get around that. When I first set this up, I didn't have a lot of substrate left. Um, for their substrate, these guys do well on pretty much any kind of Armadillidium type substrate and substrate moisture. They like to have a moist side and a little bit of a drier side. Although I do see them hanging out mostly on the moist side. They do well with a variety of leaves in there. Anything deciduous works. You know, oak, maple, poplar, ash, alder. Those types of leaves. Almost anything that falls off during the winter. These guys also like banana leaves and liquat leaves. Um, they're a big fan of like veggie and uh, wood type products as well as the leaves. Not super huge on protein. Um, they will eat it. I've seen them eat like fish products, but they seem to more like the veggies and detritus and moss and stuff than that other type of stuff. But yeah, very prolific pod. They do very, very well. I think I moved 10 individuals up. We have an intruder. That is a Lavis orange, which I will find and take out later. Hopefully it's just the one. I have some isopod species that just tend to wander. Um, Maybe it's through my own carelessness, but I'm pretty careful. Um, they just seem to Houdini into different tubs. Like P. pruinosis are one of them. Oddly enough, my maculatum, my zebra isopods, I find them every once in a while in my roach bins. It's funny. Um, yeah, but yeah, very easy. Would highly recommend. They're not too expensive either. Uh, I think the average going rate is between like $30 and $40 for a starter culture, which isn't that bad considering how unique they are. I like them a lot. Their size, they're about as big as any other Armadillidium. They're not bigger per se, although their skirt kind of makes them look like they're a little bit bigger, I guess, in a way. They almost kind of look like Kubaris a little bit. Your poor man's Kubaris. Up. There you are. I'm gonna get you. You're coming out of here at some point. But not tonight. So yeah, pretty standard care. I keep them like pretty much any other Armadillidium, more or less. You don't really have to deviate or do anything too different. Although something that I've been doing, that another isopod breeder, I believe it was either Steven or Spencer. I forget who told me it, but bat guano. I've been adding bat guano to some of my enclosures, and they seem to be liking it a lot. So that's good. Um, let's see, anything else? Oh, um, I'm getting in some more species. I just added a couple to my availability list, which you can find on my blog, um, which you can find the lists all the time on my Facebook page, Cycloptic Exotics, among other places. But I'll have more isopods available pretty soon. I'm getting some new projects in. A bunch of really cool roach species I'm getting from Brandon Maines pretty soon. Um, so once I have that all established, I guess I'll give you guys a look. I normally don't like to do care videos for stuff that I haven't really had, that I've been keeping but not breeding consistently, you know? Because, like, why am I going to, like, even if I more or less know how to take care of them, like, why am I going to tell you guys what to take care of them if I haven't, had a whole lot of success yet? Usually it's only a matter of time. I've gotten fairly good at this, but, yeah, it just feels weird. So I'll give you guys a first look at some of them, but I won't do care videos per se. Um, Although I will have care videos up probably right after this. I'm gonna do one on like either an assassin bug or milkweed bugs, some kind of true bug. Probably later on next week I'll do some more roach and isopod care videos, particularly roaches, just because um, yeah, I've kind of neglected roaches a little bit on this channel, even though I love them and I have a bunch of different kinds. Um, but yeah, keep an eye out. And I have two shows that I'm going to be going to in the, I guess, near future. July 20th and 21st is the Vallejo Reptile and Oddities Expo, which will be like, like your standard reptile expo, but like with other stuff. Like, I believe there's going to be, like, jewelry and crafts and stuff like that. Like, weird stuff, I guess. Like, things, dead things in jars and shit like that, if you're into that kind of thing. I think it's kind of cool, but, I'm just a little extra. That's in Vallejo at the Vallejo County Fairgrounds. And then after that is the San Jose Reptile Show, which is in August, like the 24th and 25th, I think, uh, at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. So, yeah. If you're in Northern California, come and hit me up. I'm going to have a whole bunch of cool stuff. And on to the next care video. Give you guys one last look. Might as well. I feel like I've been talking too much. But yeah, there they go. Cool isopods, Armadillidium peraccae. Get yourself some.